Hello all, we are going to talk in a series of videos on a complete embedded project development. So what we are going to do is we are going to start with the requirements and we are going to continue creating videos until the project is executed, tested and delivered. So we are going to take till that stage where mm, as you see here, we are first going to cover the project life cycle. Not first, basically, we are going to cover the project life cycle as we progress along in the project so that rather than talking first on the process and then executing the project, we will learn as we move into the project. And this will be a practical approach. And we are going to create schematics. As a part of schematics, we are going to create symbols and we are going to show you how to create those symbols. So most probably we'll be using the KiCad for this particular videos, and then we'll be doing the PCB layout and assembly. And we are also going to work on the firmware development for the project and then testing and debugging. So when we say embedded project life cycle, we are going to cover how the project is going to initiated, what steps we are going to take, and what are all the documents required, what will be the acceptance criteria. So all these we are going to cover. Okay, and then let us start with the first step, embedded project lifecycle. We are not going to give you the entire process here, as we mentioned. We are going to talk about the first step. So for any project, for there must be an idea, right? Where does that idea come from? So the idea comes basically either from an existing project, like existing board which is available in the market, where our marketing guys, or if yours is a small company, your CEO or someone reads the existing project and they want to develop something on similar lines with some enhancements to bring a competitive product into the market. Okay, that could be one thing. And second thing, it could be a brand new idea of yours where you want to come up with a product which will sell like anything in the market. That could be another input for your project. So anything which is initiated either with the existing by starting the existing project or coming up with a new idea, everything will be project inputs, and these project inputs will be provided to the project team. So what will be the project inputs? Who are going to give those? We are going to start by working on a project. Let's start with the first step. What is the first step basically? As we have been talking, first step is for any project, for any embedded project, the first step will be project requirements. As you mentioned, project requirements or project inputs we said in that flow, right? Uh, are going to come from your marketing team or any senior personnel in the team if you don't have a marketing team, and they are going to give the requirements to you. So in that requirements, what will be there? We are going to do that with this live project. So, what project we are considering here is your team has come up with a requirement for microcontroller based wireless evaluation board. So, that's the project we have to develop based on the marketing needs. So, what will be there as a part of the document that we first receive before starting the project? First thing, the overview and purpose. So this is going to explain what we are going to do, which is very simple. You can see here. And if the marketing team or your senior personals have decided to give this project a name, it will be there. So here, uh, this board is given a name called WM1, which is a wireless microcontroller evaluation board. And then there will be high level requirements. So for our project, WM1, the requirements are design and develop microcontroller board, you must have onboard peripherals, one LED, one button, and two relays must be there. That's the requirement. And then you should have serial interfaces, UART, SPI, I2C on the board. Like, see here one thing. These are all high-level requirements. So if you see this document, right, they just give that I need this. So how you are going to give is your design criteria. What microcontroller you are going to use is all your design criteria. Or sometimes there could be a microcontroller also that is fixed. Okay, so serial interfaces they are mentioning you are SPI to C. So on your board, are you going to give your SPI to C to simple header, or are you going to take any other chip like an EEPROM or a memory device or another UART device where you can communicate? That depends on you communicating back to the marketing team as a project team. And then they're asking for PWM analog interfaces to be included, all the GPIO pins to be extended to a header for future usage, and they want to have a provision to connect 16 cross to alphanumeric LCD, which is very basic LCD used for embedded systems, and it should have a wireless capability because there is a microcontroller based wireless evaluation kit, right? So you have BLE, a requirement for BLE, Wi-Fi, 3G, and there is an option to have GPS as well. And it should have onboard sensors like temperature, humidity, accelerometer, and they're also asking for a onboard level translator circuit, and they are asking for onboard motor control circuit. You should also have onboard debugger slash ICSP, and then the board must be USB powered. You can have a power jack option, but basically it's a DC input, and then power monitoring. So they want to measure voltage and current, and it should be a low cost board, small form factor, that means as low size as possible. You should have low power consumption, and it should be Arduino IDE compatible. So they have given you a hint. So you have to, and you have to make a competitive benchmarking for the existing Arduino, and then see if you can design a similar board on these lines. And then the product requirements document from the marketing team is also going to mention about board which must be ROHS compliant. That's it. It doesn't have any CE, FCC, or any other requirement. And then verification. Verification wise, what they're asking is your board must have touch points to access, and it must be 50% touch coverage. That's it. So the marketing team has come up with a document called project requirements, or you can also call it as product requirements, and this is going to be passed to the design team as we have talked, and design team studies this and goes back with the to and fro communication to come up with the architecture, and then they are going to start the design. So the next flow we will start what will be the steps after receiving the project requirements. So very clear, right? The first step will be we receive the requirements, and these requirements will be passed to the project team. That's where we are going to hold this particular discussion, and in the next video we are going to talk about the next step, what project team is going to do. Okay, very clear, right? And one thing you see here, requirements are very, very high level. Okay, nothing is in depth in technical. So it is the responsibility of that project team and the respective project manager to discuss with the team and come up with a specific project. So you get only this. That's it. It's your headache as a project team to select what you want, but always give a low cost project. Yeah, right? We'll talk about the other things in the next video. Thank you.